Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. It's officially 12 o'clock, and that's the time we like to do things on time and get things going. My name is Rob Maher. I'm the Executive Director of Guide Dogs of the Desert. It's actually a pleasure and honor to have each and every one of you here today. There's that old adage that says Rome wasn't built in a day, and we here at Guide Dogs is proving that to be true. Many of you have heard now for over a year that we're working on improving the acoustics in this room, and that has been quite the feat. We actually had everything all planned, and even acoustical panels that were all purchased and ready for us, but then Google came in and swiped them away from the warehouse before we got them. So we actually have sitting in the back new acoustical panels that are due to go up, that were actually going to go up last week, but we were concerned they wouldn't be up in time for today's event. So by the next time, by February 14th, our next class, in my mind, those panels better be up, or are all going to be having a panel hanging party here. So with that, I'd ask everyone to rise, and I wish to introduce our board chair, Richard Clapp, who's going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
If you could all stand, please. Okay, ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you, folks. You can all be seated. I just want to add my thanks to Rob for all of you that are here. This organization doesn't function without all of you, and we appreciate you on a daily basis. And I'm going to introduce a part of this organization that you don't see very often. That's our board of directors. So I'd like to introduce Guido Pertanti. He's our vice chair. Here's Guido. John Girardi is our treasurer. There's John over there. And Caryn Galindo is our secretary. And board member John Lamb coming up from San Diego. Ann Wallenmeyer here from Phoenix, Arizona, Scottsdale. And Cynthia Woods and her husband here, also from Scottsdale. And then Mary Willis Shoshoka here from locally. She's here. Thank you all so much.
As Richard pointed out, it takes every person in this room to make today possible and make today happen. Graduations in many ways is an ending, but in more ways, it's a beginning. To get to these points, these wonderful 4 dogs that are going to be graduating today with their team, with their guide, with their person, has been a long process to get here. I have to first truly thank all of our volunteers that are here today and all of our volunteers that we have. If you could please stand. All volunteers, please stand. Whether it's a volunteer that shows up the day that Mama has her puppies and you start staying there taking care of Mama and her litter mates, or whether it is that you're a puppy raiser, each and every one of you makes this school work, and we could not do it without you. I also have to ask the staff that are here today if you'll please stand and show recognition. All staff that are here. I am very pleased to say that between full-time and part-time people, between staff people that are in Arizona and staff people that are in Colorado, we have 32 members that make this school work. So that's quite a feat of making sure everything happens. So again, with that, I really have to appreciate and thank all of our people that are here today and each and every one of you. With that, I'd like to introduce Danielle Hale, our Student Services Manager. Danielle, welcome.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you all for joining us here today. I am sure some of you may notice there is a slightly different dog up here on stage with me today. Typically a harnessed Labrador, I have swapped out temporarily for a vested poodle puppy. This is Toffee. She is a part of our puppy raising program, so she's hanging out with me for a couple of months while I'm waiting for a successor guide. So bear with her a little bit. It is her first time on stage, so she's a little curious about everything that's going on. With that, I'd like to take some time to acknowledge everything that makes class possible. From the staff and volunteers that have dedicated countless hours leading up to and during this class. Every single class experience is different, unique, and has with it an array of challenges and successes that you can never replicate twice. The talents that come out from our entire team throughout the 28 days of class are incredible. And with that, I just want to thank everyone who helped to make this class and every class possible. But most specifically, I'm here to talk about our students. Our students have gone through an incredible journey to be here today. Some of them waiting years to even be called into class. From the detailed and rigorous application process, we ask our students to complete paperwork, provide us videos, demonstrate all of their competencies in mobility and what their lifestyle is like that calls to the need for a guide dog, and what kinds of attributes we need to consider when forming these partnerships. These students have to share with us tons of information, and it takes lots and lots of time. Even once an application is approved, there's still a lengthy wait. And with that wait comes a patience and tenacity to be able to kind of withstand that process. It's a long one. And then still persistently through that waiting period, they have to hear from me a bunch where I'm checking in to learn about the latest updates, things that have changed, and making sure that we're keeping up with everything that's going on in their lives in order to make these matches successful. So to our students, first and foremost, thank you for tolerating my phone calls over the last 2 years and for all of the time and energy that goes into just the application. But then there's coming into class, where they have to absolutely put their life on hold and come out here for 21 to 28 days. And during that time, we ask them to maintain an incredibly intense schedule. Right? They don't just get to come to Palm Springs and chill out and hang out with new friends and cute dogs. Sadly, that's not the case. Instead, they run 14-hour days, starting with dog care first thing in the morning at 6:30 a.m., running clear through till 8:30 at night. These days are structured every single day in order to help set the critical foundation for a successful partnership for years to come. Through that time, we're also having students sit through lectures and tons of time where we're just pouring information at them. And then we're taking them out and we're going on all of these different routes and training and learning. The determination that comes with being able to complete class is extensive. And the focus and the brain space, all of the things that they need to be able to do this, it's a lot. It's a lot, it's exhausting, and it's hard, but all of you did it. All of you did it. You committed to yourselves and these new partnerships, and all of that work has paid off exponentially. We have watched each of you guys form into these incredibly cohesive teams, and that's from all of the work that each of you have put in and the dedication that you have to yourselves and to your dogs. I also want to share how much it means to us that out of all of the schools in this country, you have chosen to trust us with finding the right partnerships for you. You guys have tons of options available. There's all kinds of different schools, and several of you, most of you, this is not even the first time that you have chosen to trust Guide Dogs of the Desert with your mobility. And on behalf of our entire team, I want to thank you for that. And I just want each of you to know how proud we all are of you and all of the work that you have put in. Just because graduation is happening today and we are sending you home that does not mean that we are not still in your corner. For any challenges, any successes, super cute pictures, we want all of it. So as you guys head home, remember, you still have all of us here at GDD supporting you, rooting for you, and eager to follow all of your successes and all of your challenges. And with that, I'd like to bring up Michal Anna Padilla, our Director of Training.
Okay, so to get our dogs and our graduates here, there's been a lot of work put into it, and it's a lot of cute work. So we have a wonderful video to share with you guys of the journey of how we got to here. Okay, and I would love to introduce my partner for this team. She's done an amazing job. We are super lucky to have her as part of the team. Shaylynn Elenburg, will you please join me? You're my first. Yep.
Okie doke. To start us off, I would like to introduce our first team, Briley with her guide dog Reta. Reta was raised by Jessica Stanley and sponsored by the Tamara C. Call Charitable Fund.
Welcome. I am not Jesse, if you couldn't tell. My name's Tim. I'm one of the puppy trainers here. Unfortunately, the Standellas couldn't make it quite to the beginning of class, so they are still going to get a chance to see the two of these wonderful people working together. But I thought I'd say a few words about Reta. Reta is one of the dogs that I would say was one of my all-star dogs. Usually when I say one of my dogs is one of my all-star dogs, it means that dog is never going to make it as a guide dog because I'm really bad at judging so far. So far, I have failed every time. I've said, oh, this dog's an all-star until now. So I'm extremely proud of the two of them. I didn't know if Reta was going to make it here or not. Partly because Reta is incredibly affectionate, and every time that I see Reta, she tries to crawl inside my skin. If you guys have ever seen The Empire Strikes Back, you know when the Tauntaun falls over and he has to stick Luke Skywalker inside. That's what she wants to do to me, except I'm the poor Tauntaun, right? So she's a big fan of everybody. You may have also noticed in the photos that Rita's head is always on Briley's lap or on her leg. She's a very, very affectionate, wonderful, wonderful dog. And you are incredibly lucky to be getting such an amazing puppy. So, thank you so much. And would you like to say a few words? All right, here's the microphone for you. You have to hold it up pretty close.
I know. Everyone can hear me. We'll see if this poor life choice of standing on her leash goes well. So if suddenly I toss the microphone to Tim, you know why. But I want to thank my puppy raisers and her sponsors. We certainly wouldn't be here without you. I also want to thank the training team here too, Michal Anna and Shay and Danielle. One of the things that, as a person who works in the blindness field, I'm an executive director of a blindness training center in Minnesota, and when I work with blind people every day, I can wholeheartedly recommend this school if they want to partake in the journey of working with a guide dog, because the thing that I appreciate most about Guide Dogs of the Desert, especially because this is my sixth dog, and I've had dogs from a previous school that is also a great organization. But one of the things I love about here, that if I'm telling somebody, why do you want to get a dog from there, or why do you want to donate to Guide Dogs of the Desert, it would be because I know that the training staff and the people that are getting this dog ready for us believe in the autonomy and dignity of blind people. And not every organization feels that way. I can come here and I feel like a whole person, not a pity project. And that, to me, is really meaningful in a space where we have not always had that. And it is very wonderful to be at a place where I know I can call and I can reach out if I need help with my dog at any time. Danielle says we put up with a lot of messages from her. She put up with about 30 times more from me going, are you sure this dog is fine with cats? I have a very old man cat at home who has a lot of needs. And they put a lot of time and effort in to making sure that this dog is perfect for me. And indeed she is. So thank you so much to everybody for your support, and have a wonderful time.
Just one more thing before I go, because as the puppy trainer, if I did not mention this, I would not be doing my job. We have a whole bunch of puppies across the street that still need homes. None of us would be here today if it was not for our puppy raisers. So we are looking for people who are interested in puppy raising. Reach out to one of the staff, check our website, you know, anything you can do to help, whether it's a volunteer opportunity or becoming a puppy raiser, it just is life-changing for people. So I can't impress upon you enough how important it is to help us out. So thank you for letting me take another moment just to beg you to become a puppy raiser.
Next, I would like to welcome Sandy with her guide dog Luke, who was raised by Char Abeyta.
That's my guy. That's Lucky Luke. And he's solid. He's a solid dog. You know, and I knew he was adventuresome the second day after I brought him home when he climbed out of the 3-foot X pen. Yes, that's you, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, we've had good adventures together. I was sharing with Sandy about the night when I smelled something strange in the house, and Luke was very restless in the crate, and that wasn't like him at all. Once he went in the crate, he was down. And so I checked, make sure he was okay, went out to the hallway, the smell got stronger, and the knob on the propane gas stove was half up, and I could smell the gas. And I really believe that Luke was letting me know that something was not right. People have asked me, how do you know as soon as you get the dog or you're working with the dog that he's going to be a guide dog? And I don't have a clue. Luke is my third dog, and I kind of got an inkling when another puppy raiser, dear Carrie Hobbs, would, after my surgery, we'd drive to LA for my post-operative visits, and he'd be in the doctor's office. You wouldn't even know Luke was there. You know, the doctor would walk in, he didn't even put his head up. He was totally on the floor. And at that point, I started getting an idea that he might make it. I'm so happy that he's getting Sandy, and that she's going to be his person, and really not too far away in Colorado. So I thank all the trainers, I thank all the staff, I thank everybody that supported me, and George, who had Luke for a couple months before I got him, and instilled in him the idea of being around other animals, other dogs. So thank you all. Thank you all for being here and sharing this with us. Sandy?
I think Luke wants to talk too. He's whining up here a little. So I just wanted to thank my puppy raiser. I appreciate it. That's awesome that she took care of. She did such a good job with him. Oh my gosh! Luke, no, down. Sit. Oh, so chastised there. And I want to thank the sponsors, because obviously without them we wouldn't be able to be here. He's my third dog, and I've got all of my dogs from this school. And one of the things I like the most about this school is the fact that the classes are small, and I feel like we get so much more one-on-one attention and working with the dogs than you would in the schools that have 20 to 25 people. So, and then you get closer to your fellow students too, and I think that's great. So thank you, everybody.
Next, I would like to introduce Linda McGinnis and her new partner, Dakota. And Dakota was IFT hosted by Shaylynn Elenburg and Axel Rodarte.
Thank you. All right. So it was both Axel and I's pleasure to have Dakota in our home and to have the opportunity personally to be able to train him to be the guide dog that he is today. Dakota has always had a love for his work, but it has been incredible to see him find even more joy with his new mom. I have never seen a happier trot from this dog than he has with you, Linda. He has always been a content and calm dog and lovely to have in our house. And I couldn't be happier to be able to train both you and Dakota. Right. It makes it easier to see him go because I know how much you love him. And you guys have made a beautiful partnership here in the 21 days that you have been here. All right. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to love your boy.
Right here. I want to thank my sponsors and my puppy raisers. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. Thank you so much for that. And the day I got Dakota, I thought there was something wrong because he liked to sleep. And I'm a massage therapist, so I immediately started playing spa music for him to get used to it when I get back to work. He's a wonderful dog. We're a match made in heaven. And I just want to thank everybody here for my opportunity to be here. He's my fourth dog, and I thank you all. Thank you.
Our last team is Jan Adams and her new partner, Dexter. Dexter was raised by an army of people, Sheri Sharpstone and her family, Laura Nas, and Joanne Benjamin and her family. And Jan's interpreter here is Bob.
I'm going to go ahead and give you the microphone first, okay? Wait until the dog is settled.
Can I start? Yes. Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Sheri Sharpstone, and my family and I raised Dexter the first year of his life. It has been a long-term So it had been a long-term dream of mine to be a puppy raiser for a guide dog because of my own vision issues. And when I found out that Guide Dogs of the Desert was raising poodles as guide dogs, I jumped on it and signed up to become a puppy dog raiser. At the end of the first year, I had a bad fall and I shattered my patella in several pieces. So I wasn't able to continue with the puppy raising anymore. But Joanne, who is also in the audience, took over. And so Dexter is here today. When I first signed up to be a puppy raiser, I had no idea what was in store for me. Dexter is my first puppy. And what I found out was that GDD offered me this novel of a handbook that told me all the do's and don'ts of raising a puppy. And that really, really helped me. In addition to all the dedication and the support that GDD staff had given me in the training, Tim being one of them, and also the fellow puppy raisers, Joanne and other people that it was basically a community that raised Dexter. So here I am today. I just want to thank everybody for allowing me to raise Dexter, and I stand here with Joanne, being a proud parent, sending off Dexter today. Thank you.
I'm gonna talk. Yeah, I really wanted to thank everybody here, and also the puppy raisers who raised Dexter. Wow. And you trainers, all of you, the staff here, touch my heart. Wow. People who accept me as a deaf-blind person, it's really hard. Other schools won't do this, to be willing to come here and not really know what they're going to experience with me. Danielle, oh my gosh, the other staff, Michal Anna, you and Shay, you learned finger spelling before the class. You know how to use my phone with the text braille, text me with your phones. You did a lot of work. Wow. So much for me. My husband is not here today. He could not believe the support you gave me. And really, I can't emphasize enough this school's program. Really, with Dexter, he's not my first dog. I've had 9 dogs. So while 3 of them didn't stay and match, but now to have him come as number 6, I know how much of a success he's going to be with me, and I will with him. I have no worries. Thank you so much in allowing me into this program.
This has been an adventure, mostly in patience. It's a lot of silence in our class, which was a good thing, right, Sandy and Linda? No. All right. After our wonderful words from our graduates, I would love to introduce the person who oversees the other half of these teams. We cannot do it. You've heard from our graduates. We cannot do this without our amazing puppy raisers. And I would like to introduce Caryn Gates, our Director of Community Engagement, to come up and express our gratitude for our volunteers.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this very special celebration here at Guide Dogs of the Desert. So today we get to honor our graduates and their extraordinary dogs and the people whose dedication and support made this day possible, our wonderful volunteers and our puppy raisers. To our volunteers, you are the quiet heartbeat of GDD. You show up early, you stay late, you step in whenever you are needed, and I'm going to call Bob Hooven out for that. Bob is one of our volunteers. And this wonderful gentleman has spent his time teaching staff how to finger spell ASL so we could work with Jan. So again, we are so fortunate to have the people that we have. We have volunteers that work with our puppies when they are just hours old. They socialize them. They help us at our events. They support our staff. They ensure all of our programs run smoothly. And a lot of this service all happens behind the scenes. But the impact is very visible in every partnership that we are celebrating today. We so appreciate your time, your commitment, and your care. We truly could not do this work without you, and we wouldn't want to do it without you either. So thank you so much. Yes, clap. That's great. And then to our puppy raisers. You welcome a puppy into your home. You give them structure, confidence, manners, and love. You guide them through their earliest experiences, and you help them build the foundation that they will carry for their working lives. You invest your heart into a dog you ultimately will give to someone else. We are so grateful for your extraordinary selflessness. Clap for that, everybody. And all the efforts that our volunteers and our puppy raisers have done have led us to this moment today. So today, our students and dogs stood before us all as confident teams who have accomplished something remarkable together. They've learned to trust each other. They've learned to communicate. They've learned to move through challenges and new environments and daily life as one. Every route, every breakthrough, and every moment of growth has brought them here. For our graduates, the dog beside them represents more than just a guide. They represent independence, safety, confidence, and dignity. This is a full circle moment for all of us. For the puppy raiser who has nurtured the dog from the very beginning, for the volunteers and staff who have supported their growth, for the instructors who have shaped them into working teams, and for the students who opened their hearts to learn to trust their dog. All of these efforts converge here in this ceremony, and this is the heart of GDD. Yes. So as we celebrate these partnerships, I'm also going to keep on our little bandwagon here that we always need puppy raisers. Always, always. And the reason why is because we're a fantastic school. And so people want to come to us, right? And the demand for guide dogs just continues to grow. And every puppy raised is another potential graduate. And that means another life is forever changed. So, if today inspires you, which I'm sure it already has, or if you've ever considered being a part of our community, we invite you to learn more. We really do. Your home, your heart, and your willingness can make a difference for somebody. It's a pretty big gift that we give to our people. So to all of our volunteers and puppy raisers, this ceremony today is as much a reflection of your hard work as it is of our graduates. Your compassion is woven into every step these teams will take in the years ahead. Today, we witness what happens when generosity and kindness come together. These dogs, these students, this moment, it all began a long, long time ago with hands and hearts that cared. So hold on to the memories. They will hold on to you. And these memories of raising, training, supporting, trusting, they live within each person who has touched this journey today. They shape who we are and the legacy and the impact we all leave behind. So may we continue to lift one another up, support these life-changing partnerships, and create a world where independence and connection can flourish side by side. Thank you for being a part of our Guide Dogs family. We are so proud to have you here today and to show you the little bit of what we do up here. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Caryn. Caryn, again, thank you, and thank everyone for coming here this afternoon. May we have another round of applause for our wonderful graduates, please? At this moment, our graduates are now officially alumni. So that is quite the feat. And just to recap, this is a long process to get here, as you've heard multiple times. I was asked a while ago from a reporter, what does it take to be involved with guide dogs and guide dog schools? And you've also heard that here today, patience. It takes a lot of patience, it takes a lot of practice, it takes a lot of encouragement, and takes a lot of heart. From the time that mama dog is giving birth to those puppies, and we have these incredible volunteers who come in day and night and sit with mama and the puppies and take care of their needs, the time that those puppies go off to volunteer puppy raisers and have that dog for 18 to 24 months, to then surrender it back to us. That is always one of the biggest challenges we hear, that I could never be a puppy raiser, because how could I give the dog back? It is extremely emotional when that happens. But I always encourage people to come to a graduation and see where that dog is going. See how that dog is going to change multiple people's lives. And then you understand the value of being a puppy raiser. Now, I'd be amiss if I didn't also mention that these wonderful dogs that make it to become guide dogs, we also have other wonderful dogs that are career changed. Not every person, as we know, started off life in one career before we decided to change to a different career. And our dogs are very much the same way. We want the dogs to be happy in their life, what they're doing. So our career change program is support canine dogs. And these dogs go off to first responders throughout the community, and they're there on the scene when a tragedy happens to offer emotional support. They're there in police and fire department houses for the people who work there when they're dealing with their stressful day. And again, each and every one of you have had that role of doing that. But we also need your help. This cannot happen, as we've said time and time again, without all of your help and all of your input. And if you're not able to puppy raise, I'm sure each and every one of you probably know at least one person who is. And that's kind of the challenge I want to put out there. Caryn, I think we have about 18 puppy raisers needed between now and the end of the year. What? Probably about 30 puppy raisers between now and the end of the year. So I'm really putting the challenge to each and every one of you. I need 2 puppy raisers from each of you. And that's what it takes. If you're not able to do it yourself, please put the word out. Anybody says, I'm thinking of getting a dog. Oh, we got one better for you. Be a puppy raiser. I also want to just draw attention to the back of the brochure that you've received about there's volunteer opportunities hosting in the future and raise a future guide dog. That tells you a little bit about it. But I also need to, since I'm in front of my board of directors, I have to do my other piece, turn to the donation page. And please, there are nice QR codes, and you can learn more, and you can also hand that out to somebody else to say, hey, there's a great organization that also needs our help. Because help comes in many forms, in many ways. I want to thank again our wonderful staff, incredible staff, the incredible volunteers we have, and our wonderful board of directors that makes this all work. And again, each of every one of you for coming out today to being part of this great organization. And with that, today's graduation is concluded. Happy alumni. We happen to have a couple of puppies that are looking for puppy raisers out there in the lobby waiting for you. They all take a look. So as you're leaving, we have your name and number. So thank you all. Have a wonderful day. Have a great day.